Today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Every day's a school day, I say.
I told you this video is all about learning. I'm not the only bloke in the world that struggles to find the hole. Look at me giving health and safety advice. What the hell has happened? Oh, man. This is going to be a sticky job. Morning, guys. I'm back on the road. But I'm back on the road for a purpose today. To crack on and get some more help with this van build. I can't lie to you, I'm absolutely exhausted. I was up until 12 o'clock last night trying to install this new reverse camera. I'll show you that in a future video. I ended up getting home about 1:30 and now I've got an hour and a half drive from London to Hastings to go and meet my friend Carl. It's going to be good to get some more help just to move things forward in the right direction and speed this process up. And also I'm going to learn a lot more from today working with somebody that actually knows what the hell they're doing. Right guys, I've just arrived at Carl's workshop. He's got his own YouTube channel, Built Not Bought Campers, and he's going to be helping me today do a few bits and bobs on the van. As I said on the way here, mainly to fix a leak.
You've got little cracks in there, and this build up here makes me believe there's obviously a leak under there, because this is built up. This should go all the way along.
You're going to see Carl in a few more videos because he's going to be the one that's going to help reorganize this entire van. All of the work that I've done on the solar panels, we're going to redo. We're going to take them down. The plan is to move one solar panel there, one here.
Yep, right across.
Yeah, and then have some sort of decking at the back so I can chill up here, put a chair up. But we'll sort that out in the future. For now, it's all about this leak, which we think is coming from this area here. I'll just give you a quick pan around Carl's workshop because he's got a lovely space and a beast of a new van. So there we are, working on mine today. He's got all the gear, no idea. I'm joking, he's got a lot more of an idea than me. And then this is his new van, an Iveco. It's absolutely huge. I can't even call it a van, it's more like a bus. So much space. Today is going to be all about learning some new skills and getting some new strings added to my bow, because we're going to take the panels off now and fiberglass where we think the leak is coming in from. So I'm going to crack on and get on with that. So on the topic of learning, today's video is actually sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where millions of people come together to learn about whatever topics they fancy. Skillshare offers thousands of different classes with a huge range of variety, from website building, photography, woodworking, to learning new languages, to working on self-development. Anyone looking to learn something new or go deeper into a topic you're already interested in, then Skillshare is a great place to start. And unlike this video, and what's even better, they won't show you any ads. Sorry about that. One of the classes that I've been interested in and that caught my attention straight away, especially for myself and for this channel, is an intro into van life, which was done by Dina Dunn. Skillshare are offering the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click on the link in the description, and you'll get a 1-month free trial to Skillshare, so you can start exploring your creativity today. The ad's now over. Thank you. So when I put the panels up, I've masticed around everything. So I'm going to have to cut it all out if I can. Oh god. This could take a while. Oh god. Just scratched the top of the van. Oh, give me a minute. Right, the panels are off. I keep saying the van's going to move forward, but it keeps taking a step back. Honestly, I'm just dismantling things I've already done.
Well, we start putting back on in a minute.
But it's for the greater good. Fucking hell. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God. I'll send you the invoice. Well, you send me the invoice.
And he's off.
Whew. My God. Carl says a bit of filler should do the job.
It will, trust me. By the time we painted it, it'll be, you won't even notice it was there. We literally try all sorts of stuff.
Right, just cleaned up all the holes with some of this stuff, ultimate tar and glue remover, and then also some alcohol spray, I believe, just to clean it up really and make it a nice solid surface, because now we're going to fiberglass the holes, are we?
Yeah, we are.
We're going to fiberglass the holes. I'll show you that process, because all of these need to be filled in, otherwise I'm going to have a lot more than one leak.
It's a pink hardener, and the reason it's pink is so when you're mixing it up, you can tell when it's all mixed up in it. Because if you've got any pink left in that, it still needs to be mixed up.
So this is the area we think the leak's coming in from. But why do you say that? Because of
because the fineness of the leak. Because you've got there's not much of a leak there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that when you said you poured it over there was only a very fine leak and it took ages for the water to come through.
Yeah.
It means there's a very small hole, and the sealant on this, to be honest with you, wasn't very good.
You can paint over this, can we?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can sand this and paint straight over it.
If anybody's wondering about the state of the roof now, it's all going to be getting a nice sleek paint job from me and from Carl. But we're waiting for the paint to arrive on that. That one's a bit better.
See?
Let's pucker that.
Yeah. That one.
So this is the new way I'm going to be mounting things onto the roof of the van. This is called UniStrut. I've only learnt this since I met Carl at the Camp Creator event. And it just means that the solar panels can be moved about. It means I can easily put a decking area on here, and it's just a better foundation for the well, for everything really to sit on top of here. So we've just marked the holes out. We're gonna have to drill through and bolt this to the roof of the van, and then afterwards we can kind of do what we want in terms of where we want to place things.
Right, so when drilling, especially if you're looking to drill in one place, like here,
Yeah.
always start off with a small drill bit
And get bigger.
Right, so that's given us a pilot hole.
Yeah, now you're not
And
going to
if
move around.
That will move around all over the place, as you found, didn't you?
Yes.
Every day's a school day, I say.
I told you this video is all about learning. Why is using this a better way to do the roof in general though?
What, that?
Yeah, use
More versatile. If you decide you want to put something else up here, if you want to change your solar panels,
Yeah.
say you want to get, you've had enough of your decking, take your decking off, you want a huge massive solar panel and a big one at the front, you just take it off of this, remount the bars onto another solar panel and mount them back on here.
And I guess it's probably more secure.
Yeah.
Because the whole length is...
Yeah. You wait, once it's on there, mate, it doesn't matter what you mount on it, it's solid. When building a van, this stage of a van build is the most boring bit in life. When you start building is when the exciting stuff happens. Side by side. Can't find. Oh no, I've lost the blue.
I thought it was just me that struggled with that. I'm not the only bloke in the world that struggles to find the hole.
Got me at my finest moment. I'll do it from inside. It'll be a lot easier.
Alright. The UniStrut is on. Right, the stuff we put on the ceiling to stop it leaking has now dried. So we're going to do a proper water test to see if anything comes through.
Yeah.
We're doing a proper water test. Carl is spraying the water here. The leak was coming from here.
I've got a full-on river going down this side.
Have you?
So that way.
Nah, nothing through the holes. These are the holes earlier for the UniStrut. 4 each side. So now my screws are out of here, which means nobody can spike their head and kill themselves. So, welcome back. I'm still in the same video, I know, but it's been a few days since I went to Carl's and we did the new roof system. We patched up the leak, which is great news, and I got a few tips and advice, especially on how to use the table saw. So it's always good to go out and learn from other people that know what they're doing. Make sure you guys go and check out Carl's channel, Built Not Bought Campers, because he's always uploading stuff about vans, van builds, and all that fun stuff. So my plan today and on the agenda is to insulate and vapor barrier the ceiling, because then that's done, which means I can crack on, as I keep saying the word, crack on with the cladding of the ceiling. So I've got this plastic insulation from Dodo Mat. I'm literally just going to be stuffing all of the cavities on the sides, on that side as well, and then sticking it up to the top of the ceiling, and then I'll put a vapor barrier over all of that. I'll roll a time lapse because it's not the most interesting. I'm literally just going to tear this up, put it in every little hole that I can squeeze it into, and then afterwards I'll show you how I get on. So far I've just filled all of these top cavities running around the sides of the van. With this stuff, it's actually quite difficult to work out how much you should be using, and you know, I'm trying to stuff as much into these holes as I can, but I feel like I could continually just keep putting more and more and more in. Bits like this, for example, I have stuffed and stuffed and stuffed this, yet there's more space where I could probably get more in. So I'm just trying to go around and fill in any little gaps that I can, and then afterwards I'm going to try and stuff these ribs. Just to note, there are actually two sizes of this insulation. I've got one which I think is 390, which is the thinner one, and then a thicker version which I've got here. But stupidly I didn't realise that, or I completely forgot, so I filled all of these top voids with the thinner stuff when it would have been much easier to use the thicker one. But hey ho, life goes on, it'll all do the same job anyway. Okie dokie, here we go, on to the next bit of the insulation. I've just gone to Screwfix, which seems to be taking all of my money. Oh my god. Anyway, I bought some no-nonsense spray contact adhesive, because I'm going to be using that to stick the insulation to the top of the panels on the ceiling. I'm going to be using the thinner insulation for this, so very simply spray this on top of the top panels and then stick this on top, and then afterwards my vapor barrier will cover all of this, so it should stay in place anyway. This stuff, by the way, even though it's made out of recycled plastic bottles, I think, it isn't irritating my skin or anything, but you still get these little fibers and hairs in your eyes, so I'm actually going to put some goggles on for that. I just went and splashed my face with some water because my eyes were getting a little bit sore. It's nowhere near as bad as the rock wool insulation which they use in houses and stuff, so this is the stuff to go for, the recycled plastic, but definitely probably worth still sticking on a pair of goggles just to protect your eyes a bit. Look at me giving health and safety advice. What the hell has happened? It tears super easy, this stuff. Ridiculously easy, in fact. Oh, brilliant. I should have made it a bit longer. Oh god. No. Oh, I didn't line it up. Oh man. This is going to be a sticky job, I can tell. I shouldn't have done it like this. I should have done them whatever way that is. Not like that, because it's difficult to measure it up. And now I'm having to pull all this off. Okay, so it's actually the next day. I really didn't get much done yesterday, but I've come with a new tactic and a new strategy this morning. Put the pieces of insulation going in this direction instead of the whole length that direction. The reason for that is, and I'll show you, my concern is that when I come to put my cladding on, this insulation is going to be too thick. However, I'm really hoping that when I put it up and I screw it on, obviously it should push everything a little bit tighter and a little bit closer. But the way that I was doing it yesterday, lengthways, was overlapping in the middle, which meant there was more of a bulge. So I'm hoping this way, one, it looks a lot tidier and neater, not that you're going to see it anyway, so it won't make a difference, but is also just to try and maximize the amount of space that my cladding will be able to push up, because to be honest, it's quite tight already, and I don't actually have any thinner insulation than this. but I'm hoping, you know, once I put it on, a few screws should make everything tight and hold in place. So for my vapor barrier, I'm just going to be using this. This is just a roll of Reflectix. I'm not sure on the exact width of it, but I'll put it in the description. All of the materials that I use in the videos are always in the description. It's not a huge amount to bite on there. But hey, the first bit of vapor barrier is in, and insulation. I'm going to do the rest of this panel, and then afterwards I will foil tape up the edges. But for the moment, that will do the job, and it should make everything look a little bit tidier, which is nice. The insulation and the vapor barrier is in. Sorry I didn't show and film everything. It's because it was such a tedious job. It's literally taken me all day, and it was pretty boring, to be honest. It was so repetitive, and as I said earlier, by far one of the worst jobs that I've done on the van build so far, just because it was time consuming. Just to give you a bit more information on exactly what I've done, obviously I've got the insulation under here, then I've got my Reflectix acting as the vapor barrier, and I used the, what the heck do you call it, the stapler gun to hold this in place onto the battens which I've put underneath. And if you're wondering why there's tape all along, that's basically just to mark out my battens on the side, so that when I come to do my cladding, I know that I'm going to have to screw into here. Already this has made a huge difference. It just looks like something has actually happened. So I'm feeling good about that now, because every other job I seem to be doing, nothing seemed to actually change the appearance of the van. But now that I can physically see some change, it makes me feel a bit more positive, because to be honest, I was feeling a bit, everything just takes so long. Especially, by far the worst job to do was filling in all these holes with insulation. I've not done it on this bit, but on the ribs up here, going around and pushing in insulation takes forever. The next job on Monday, hopefully after the weekend, is, fingers crossed, pray the Lord, get the cladding up. It's a job that I want to do before I head off to Scotland. I hope you guys are still enjoying the van build series. We are getting there slowly, each day at a time. If you want to see what I'm getting up to in Scotland, then make sure you're following me on Instagram, because I'm sure I'll be sharing many stories of that along the way. It's getting a bit noisy here with all the cars and the trains going by. If you're not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.